Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about New World's coolest feature that they actually added in a secret update. Now, some of you guys may be able to determine from the thumbnail of this video what I'm going to be talking about, and it is the giant turkey that is in New World. Now, there's several reasons why, of course, this is cool, other than the fact that we actually have a giant Roman turkey in Eternum now, which is very amazing. But it also has some really cool drops, it has some cool combat mechanics, and it's kind of exciting because it paves the way for a world boss feature to be added into the game. Now, I want to talk about a couple of things where there could be some issues because obviously we've had a little bit of lag with this, but on the whole, actually fighting the boss itself, not laggy in the slightest. It interacts with the environment really, really well, and it's very, very exciting for what we could see upcoming very, very soon, which could be those open world raid bosses, or indeed just kind of mobs, bosses that are going to spawn in and around certain areas of the map, which I think would be really, really cool. So first things first, what is this boss? Well, it's a giant turkey. I'm assuming this was added for either Thanksgiving or for Christmas as part of the update there, and essentially players have to go out and find this turkey. There's set spawn locations which I will show you guys in just a moment, and essentially the player can go out, find this turkey, hunt it down and kill it, and then you do get a drop, which is a legendary tier 5 turkey leg. Now, this can be crafted into a tier 5 food at a tier 5 cooking station. And this food is insane. It gives constitution points, and it also gives you some luck. So I'll show you that item in-game in a moment here as well. But just quickly on the map where you can find these ones. So this is the map of Eternum. It's the Map Genie interactive map that I'm using here, which I will leave linked down below in the description of this video if you guys want to check this out. I'll leave it linked with these presets on, so you guys should be able to click on it and see where the Turkulon spawn is. And that is the name of the boss itself, the Turkulon. All of these little red kind of circular pointers here, like location markers, are the chances of where this guy can spawn, and it's said to be a 3-hour respawn timer, although it does appear that once you kill one in one area, it can respawn in another, as I did about 3 in the past couple of hours here on our server. So all of these areas are places where it can spawn. I'm not going to go through them all individually right here, but I'm just going to scroll across the map so you guys can roughly see where these can be. It's not in any of the outpost areas, so Eden's Grove, Great Cleave and Shattered Mountains are not involved. The same is said for Reekwater and Ebonscale Reach, and I would imagine that's technically because obviously those are the highest level zones in the game. You also don't get any spawns in Weaver's Fen, but other than that you get spawns in all of the other zones, at least a couple of spawn points there, and your best place to get a lot of spawns is Everfall, Monarch's Bluff and Windswood. That 3, you've got a lot of spawns in between those down there, as well as 3 down in Cutlass Keys. So it's a really, really cool boss that you can go and fight. What I want to show you guys next is a couple of the mechanics and also what the drops in-game do look like. So the turkey itself appears to have several different types of attack. The first one just being it walking over you. It does a little bit of damage with that. It is a giant turkey, so as you guys will imagine, it does do a little bit of damage there. The second thing it does is a sort of sit-down move where it'll just flop onto the ground, almost like an AoE ground pound type move, where if you're in the vicinity of that, you'll take a stagger effect, and you'll be kind of knocked backwards a little bit. You will take some damage from that one. And the next two are very, very cool. So the first thing it does is the laser eye beam, similar to the boss in Lazarus Instrumentality, if you guys have played that one, although it doesn't last for the whole duration, it's just a segment, or indeed the last boss in the Invasions, if you've got that far in those as well. The lasers come out of the chicken's eye. The best thing I've found to do to combat this is to stand underneath it in between its legs, and hopefully you have a healer with you. If not, you're just going to want to pot, and you're going to want to use your food there, because it does do a fair amount of damage, and that can be quite a powerful move. And then the last thing that it does here is actually throw down eggs. It lays eggs as it's running along, and those eggs have a 2 to 3 second timer where they stay on the floor. Now bear in mind you can't walk through these, they do actually have a hitbox, so you will need to go around them, and then they explode and leave fire on the floor, so it almost leaves a trail of fire where the turkey walks. So you want to keep rotating this around, whoever's tanking it or whoever has aggro, keep moving this guy around. When these do explode and leave fire on the floor, you will take a significantly large amount of tick fire damage, usually 500 to 600 per tick, which is quite a lot. Even if you've kind of got on it and you've got the burn effect and then get off, you will still take that. So try to bring a healer with you to fight this guy if you can, because it is going to be very, very beneficial. And essentially, those are the moves that he'll rotate through, as well as regular attacks, hitting you with his head, hitting you with his feet, etc. And it's a very, very cool thing because we've seen some really unique mechanics that we've not seen here in New World before, which is very, very exciting, because that does mean that we've got some substantial groundwork down for seeing potential open world bosses in the future, whether this be style bosses like this where you can kind of go and get a group, and I think the maximum loot for the turkey leg is 6 people, so that's a full group can all get it if they go together, and of course some random person can join in, or you can have extra group of guild people, and whoever does the most damage, I assume, is how it's, you know, contribution based. But obviously in the future we could see raid style bosses that spawn in where everybody can get loot that participates, similarly to the corruption portals. So there is several things that come off of the back of this that we could spring into ideas wise that are really, really exciting. But I would love to see the addition of world bosses added to New World. It would be a whole new level of exciting feature that they could add very easily, seemingly, after they've done this one now, because we've got the groundwork there. Like I said, they would obviously have to remodel stuff, but we could easily see these be added into the game, whether it's for events or whether it's a permanent fixture in certain zones. That would be really, really cool, and it would add a whole level and depth to the game. Something to do while you're gathering. You can gather in groups and go and hunt these down, and it's a really, really cool addition that we could see some extra special drops like this unique turkey leg drop, which I'll just get onto in a second here for you guys. But also, you know, going forward, seeing some gears drops, some jewelry drops, some weapon drops, all that kind of good stuff. Potions, maybe some super special potions, all that kind of good stuff. And it opens the doorways for a lot of possibilities in New World. So I am very, very excited that this has been added in. And I don't know why it wasn't in the patch notes. It's probably one of their coolest and best features ever. So interesting why they haven't announced it, but it is kind of cool. It does build hype that the community are finding this and announcing it themselves. So I do kind of like the move, but yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see in the next couple of weeks whether they actually address the fact that they've added a giant Turkulon turkey to the map or not. So I am now in game for you guys so that you can see these drops. So if we go ahead and look in my inventory here, you guys will be able to see that this drop right here, which is called the monstrous turkey leg, is the leg that you get from the Turkulon when you do kill him and get that drop. It's a legendary consumable. It's very, very cool to get a guaranteed golden drop if you do kill it in just a 5-man party. And obviously it says here the description is the leg of a monstrous murderous turkey. Its deliciousness has surely been amplified by its size and the rage of the bird it came from. Use this to cook a roasted monstrous turkey dinner. Now, this is very, very exciting. When you craft this food, what you need to do is go to a tier 5 kitchen. So in my server, Winswood is the place that has a tier 5 kitchen that's locally to me. So we go into here. When you actually have the item in your inventory, so those legs, you'll see it in Constitution Foods is where it comes up. If you click on this one here, you need the leg, you need 5 potatoes, 3 cooking oil, 1 parsley, 1 sage, 1 rosemary, and 1 thyme. And the tooltip on the actual kitchen itself is a little bit bugged, so I'll show you guys on here. Once you've actually crafted it, it looks like this. Lovely, lovely looking meal, very nice indeed. And it says it increases Constitution by 33 and luck by 5% for 40 minutes, which is crazy. Luck increase, just a general luck increase, base luck across the board by 5% for 40 minutes, which is really, really cool. Now, your health slowly recovers while under these effects as well, and the potency of this item adjusts based on your level, of course. Now, 33 con, brilliant, nice. Might as well have it, but the 5% luck is really, really good, especially paired now with also in your PvP flag, you're getting that loot luck and of course gathering luck there as well. And of course then you've got things like your trophies, you've got your gear. So if you've got void gear like myself, you'll see here that we've got luck on there as well, which makes for a very, very exciting addition to the game where we're seeing foods that increase other stats like luck, which we haven't seen before other than, you know, your actual attribution trade skill food. So here, you know, your mining luck increased by 1,000 points, for example. This is a really, really cool addition. I'm very glad they added it in, and it's something very, very cool, which brings me a lot of excitement for New World. So I just wanted to bring you guys a video updating you on what this is, where the spawn points for the turkey are, now that it has been added into the game secretly, which is very, very cool. And of course, what it drops, if you do manage to get a drop from it, what you actually do make from that drop, which is of course the roasted monstrous turkey dinner. And with that, of course, what that brings to you sort of plus 33 con and 5% luck, which is absolutely amazing. Now, we don't know the time frame for how long this is going to be in the game, whether it's just a temporary thing, whether it's going to be there for permanently now, which I don't think so. I think it's probably a Thanksgiving, Christmas type thing. So it's probably a limited time thing, but until we get confirmation, we'll have to assume we've got it for the time being, and I will bring you guys an update on that as soon as we know. But make sure you do get on this, get farming it. As I say, I've managed to be able to kill 3 of these in the past couple of hours. hours before filming this video. So obviously they are frequently spawning. You can get a stockpile of these legs, and if you do want to hold on to them, they're probably going to sell for quite a lot once this limited time event ends. But of course, like myself, I would craft a couple of them into the food so you can actually use it as well, because it is very, very cool. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do be sure to drop a like on the video down below, as it really does help support me and my content here on the channel. If you would like to see more New World content, then make sure you are dropping that big red subscribe button down below, as I do upload every single day, so I would love to have you here as part of my channel community. I'm uploading all things to do with New World, so make sure you aren't missing out on any of those. And other than that, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time. Take care and peace.